Hey guys, IceWire here and welcome back to another video. Now of course it is 2020, a new decade, a new year, and as you know on this channel I have been covering a lot of Vampire the Masquerade, Bloodlines 2, and that is the topic of today's video. As the year came to a close in 2019, we got the news that Vampire the Masquerade, Bloodlines 2 would be delayed. Now I agree with this choice because I think that the game definitely needs to be touched up a bit more from what we saw in the demo that got revealed a while back. So I hope that Paradox are taking their time with it, and honestly kudos to them for, you know, being honest and having a look at their situation and being like, hey, we need more time, and also avoiding another Half-Life situation. Seriously, what are the fucking chances? It's crazy. But that of course begs the question, and that is what's going to happen in 2020 for Bloodlines 2. One of the biggest pieces of news that has come out so far in the year is that Bloodlines 2 has officially left alpha. Now what this means is that it's now in the beta stages of development, which is good. I'm going to wager the current release window is probably going to be around like fourth quarter of 2020, maybe even like just at the rear end of the third quarter if we're lucky, but I do think that it's probably going to come out in the fourth quarter, just personally. Along with that bit of news, we also got a snippet of another character in the universe who, just like Elif, just like Mr. Damp, just like Lou, is a snack, and his name is Chip. But he kind of looks like a punk Kit Harington vampire, and I'm all about that life. I want to romance the fuck out of him. I know nothing about him, but what I do know is that he's a snack. So it's cool to get another little sneak peek at a new character in Bloodlines 2 because, I don't know, I want to know everything about this game. I'm so excited for it. And any little bit of info here and there on some of these characters that we're going to be meeting in the game, I will jump at the chance to have a look at. Personally, something that I want to see this year in regards to Bloodlines 2 is how the game looks when the next trailer rolls around. That's going to be a while off yet, I do know that. However, I'm just really curious to see how the game looks in its current phase when we do eventually get the trailer, if we do get another trailer, compared to how it looked when we first got that alpha demo footage. I want to see how the combat looks because that was something that really did concern me, was how janky it seemed. It felt really stiff looking at the footage, especially the flippy spinny shit. I like the flippy spinny shit, but I also want it to work smoothly, you know? Along with the combat, I'd also like to see if there's been any improvements with the facial animations, because a lot of the facial animations, the lip syncing kind of seemed off, and the eyes look dead. Not to the extent of, say, Mass Effect Andromeda when that game first rolled out, but, you know, it felt blank, lifeless. Like there was absolutely nothing in the souls, or at least the husk of where there used to be a soul in the vampires. But yeah, nah, facial animations, that's a big one for me. We also now know all of the factions that are going to be present in Seattle. We have the Camarilla, obviously, that's given from the get-go. We also have the Pioneers, which is led by the lovely looking Lou. The Baron, which is going to be the main faction where the lovely and mysterious Mr. Damp comes from, aka Stabby Boy. The Newcomers, which is basically the Tremere group, so to speak, which is where Elif lies. And then finally we have the Unseen, which is mostly, you know, made up of the Nosferatu. All of the posters for each of the factions look absolutely fantastic. I love them a bunch. If you haven't seen them yet, I will probably have played them already, or will play them, you know, as I speak or after I've said my piece here. But those are the factions that are going to be present. And of course, we know the clans. If you've been around my channel for a while, you probably caught my clan crash courses. If you haven't, I recommend you do check those out. I did a rundown of all the little details of each clan that has been revealed to be in Bloodlines 2, ones that you can pick from. But just to summarize, you begin as a thin blood, and then at some point into the game, I think about 3 hours in, you get to select, or something happens within the story that leads into you being able to pick which clan you want to, you know, ally yourself with. Those are made up of the Bruja, the Toreadors, the Tremere, the Ventru, and the Malkavians. I almost forgot the Malkavians there for a second. Sadly, as of January 2020, there has been no news of Nosferatu or Gangrel being, you know, eventual additions to Bloodlines 2, but I imagine with the whole season of the Wolf DLC that a certain clan will be announced eventually down the line. But for now, we just get the 5. Are you excited for Bloodlines? Are you excited for Bloodlines 2? Let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear it. Hi, Ice from the future here. People walked in at that exact moment I was recording, so there was no outro. So here I am, the next day, recording the outro. Gotta love roommate living. Anyway, I am very excited for what comes next with Bloodlines 2, and I hope the rest of you are as well, as I'll be covering it more on this channel. And of course, a massive thank you to my current patrons of 2020. They are, of course, Nicholas Montoya, Cooladora, Kazgirl, and Zapfanouch. And if you want to see your name shouted out at the end of the video like these amazing people right here, do hop on over to my Patreon and check out all the cool rewards on offer. And thank you so much for all of the amazing support you guys give me on that platform. It has funded many different things on this channel and also has kept me fed. So thank you very much for all the support on Patreon. Or if you don't want to deal with the whole monthly subscription stuff, do consider checking out my Ko-Fi. If an easy, breezy, or once-off donation is more your thing, do check that out. It is IceWire signing off, and I'll see you introverts later next time on the channel. Have a lovely day / night wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!